Hello, beautiful divine being. Thank you for choosing you. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for answering the call today. Okay, I have no idea what is going to come through. I'm sorry I couldn't record. I don't like the angle that my camera's at. I'm just going to move that. Sorry that I was unable to record yesterday. My little one is quite, well, when I say quite sick, she's just got the flu. So it's been an interesting experience for me as a first-time mom. Anyway, coming to this beautiful, magical now moment of you, because what is coming through is the universe, as in you. There is nothing else. There is nothing other than you. I'm not going to talk about what else is coming through because I want to see how the cards are going to tie this all together. But if you feel called to, ground yourself in this now, because you are co-creating this message. This message is being created for you right now. Take that part, the part that feels right, your part, and leave whatever else for whomever else it is meant for. Grounding yourself in this now, taking a breath, breathing fully into your heart space and holding for a moment or two, if it feels good to you, before fully surrendering on your exhale. Opening to receive on your inhale, softening to surrendering to the now on your exhale. Okay, continuing to breathe. Okay, things are coming into balance. The only cards, interesting, I'll talk about the bottom energy now. The only cards to be face up are the Temperance and the Queen of Swords. There is massive alchemy occurring here, and I'm being told here, like, oh, what is alchemy? What is alchemy? Okay, so what is alchemy? What exactly does it mean to be an alchemist, to alchemize in the now, to embody your power in the now? What does it mean? It is different for everyone. I'm being guided to say here that for you, it is very much the choice in the two. And I say this at 2, 2, 3. There is magic, there is power in your decision, in your choice, in each choice that you make, in each now, because each now is magical. And each decision that you make is essentially somebody, can't think of some channel, Zero, I think refers to it as your choices are your portals, or a choice is a portal, or something along those lines. But that is very much what's coming through here, is the choice in the two. Every choice that you choose, you elevates your breakthrough. The bottom energy, we have 4 cards here. I don't know what they are. Well, I have an idea now. The Sun, the Lovers, the High Priestess, the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, this thing that you have alchemized or are learning to alchemize, because it is 333, it is choosing what to embody in your now, despite what is happening. Even if you catch yourself, right, there is a process, because you are rewiring your brain, like retraining, unconditioning yourself, unconditioning the emotional responses that your body has become accustomed to. Like, there is a slowing down, but with this slowing down, there is, yeah, I'm just channeling what's coming through here for you guys. It doesn't even feel like it's quite necessarily. Anyway, I'm just gonna follow through with this. But there is this choice of the two, and you know it, because there are decisions, there are things that you are doing that are making you, allowing yourself, right? You are always allowing yourself to feel whatever you are feeling. There are a lot of permission slips that you, my cat has just run in, which is always an indication that this message, this video, this whatever is truly for you, and there is something truly magical in it. So coming back to what is coming through, this choice in the 2, this choice being a portal. I feel like for you, time is, I'm hearing, not on your side. Okay, which is not to say anything about death or that anything terrible is going to happen, and it's not even really that time isn't on your side. It's more that you feel that time isn't on your side. That is the feeling that you are embodying. So that is the feeling that, and the experience that you are experiencing. Things aren't happening quickly enough. Something hasn't shifted. There is a lot of constraints that you have placed on yourself at this time, and there is very much a call I'm hearing with the Lovers to and with the High Priestess and the Sun. I mean, this is truly you finding something within yourself, right, that is causing the resistance to pause. There is a resistance to pause, but it is in this pause, right? It is in this pause. This is at the bottom, the 7 of Pentacles. No, the 8 of Pentacles, sorry. The 8 of Pentacles. There is something that you are building. There is something that you are creating. There is something that you are doing. Perhaps it is simply inner work for some of you. But for others, it is, I mean, it is all inner work because it is all you. It is all you. But for some of you, I'm going to pull a clarifier or 2 here quickly. This energy of this reading is really interesting. It's very, very different from what I usually experience when I read for this collective. The 10 of Pentacles. I'm not quite sure why. This also seems to be that the messages are coming through very, very intuitively and not so much about the tarot as it is traditionally read, which does happen from time to time, but usually not with the Riuder Waite. There is something, there is surrender, right? We have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the Emperor, and in relation to the 8 of Pentacles. What is coming for you, what you are building, what you are doing, what you are creating is magic. It is magic. It is magic now. Exactly as it is. There is very much, I'm being told to say here, you have to hand the, like, okay, I like this imagery. Relay races, right? There is like a baton, I don't know if baton is the right word, but a thing that you have to hand over that initiates the other person beginning his part or her part in the race. Source is now holding its hand out to you. This has come through a lot, but never in this visual, to take this thing that you have created, to run it and create magic with it. But here is the paradox, the trick, the easiest, most difficult thing that your human will sort of have to experience, this paradox, this truly surrender, which is to create and truly release. It's not about not caring. It's not about not caring. 911 as I say, this massive shift for you, right? Also, this choice in the 2, I'm reminded to say, because 9 and 11 is 2. But this moment that you find yourself in is a shift. It is the shift of all shifts. It is the final shift. And the only way there is to surrender and allow Source, you essentially, to fill in the blanks. There is very much a coming into stillness in each moment, in each situation, see, I'm even stumbling on the words there, because I think for many of you, in certain situations, there is still a triggering. There's still a triggering that is occurring. True surrender is allowing every other expression of source consciousness to exist and be as it chooses, without your trauma judging it, and vice versa. Right? There is this true release of judgment here, this true release of control, and allowing the energy, the belief, the energy that you are in, right? Because you are creating it. You are the universe, or at least your universe. So you are a universe, an expression of a universe. You can create, 111, as I say this, you can create anything with your mind, but the alchemy, it starts in the heart. 11, as I say this, it starts in the heart. It is the healing first. Strength card with the Ace of Cups at the bottom, and the Tower. Sorry, the Ace of Cups wasn't at the bottom, it was underneath the Strength, and the Tower card at the bottom. This collapse. Okay, I'm pulling some oracle. This collapse, and it is the collapse of all that is not true for you, right? It is all that is not true for you that is falling away at this time, in this 9, right? In this time of unlearning, it's this time of knowing, right? But it is getting to know yourself. It is remembering your true self. With the Lover's card here, it is also like loving all the parts of self, accepting all the parts of self. Almost like I'm getting here the biblical thing of like stepping out of Eden and knowing that everything that is going to be outside of it is actually going to be for you. And it's not, I don't know why they're giving me a sort of biblical reference here, but I feel like it is because in this biblical reference there is, the whole sin and blame and guilt and shame, and I feel like this is like not the origin, but at least an example of the origin in our human history. And it is not yours. It is not for you. It never was. If you, let's say somebody judges you, because this I'm feeling is judgment, this last penny that is dropping, right? Because I'm hearing echoes. It's like you're actually really ready to drop it, because I can already hear the echoes of this thing that you have dropped, this thing that you have shifted, this thing that you have released. And it is a mindset. It is something in the mind space relating to judgment and shame and blame and guilt, and how you do it to yourself and how you do it to others. But going deeper, what is judgment? Judgment is unchecked trauma. If you are judging somebody, it is shame on you, because there is something within you unhealed. And that pendulum swings both ways. Let's say you have released your judgment for the most part, and we're all at different points in our journey, and you are, let's say, creating in the world, because I am being very much called to the 8 of Pentacles, this creating thing that you are doing, and it is creating it with source is coming through, and it is tangible, it is touchable, it is something you are putting out into the world, or you are currently creating or have created. It is an existing thing. And source is ready to take that thing to the next level, provided you trust and allow and release the judgment. Because if other people judge you, it's their unchecked trauma. It's not yours unless you take it on, unless you allow it to be, and then it's yours. And then that's something that you have allowed to touch you, your creation, your energy. It doesn't change anything other than the fact that you allow like a ripple of doubt, of suspicion, of an old energy, and it doesn't disrupt anything. It's like a little string that just says, okay, we're just going to keep you here a little bit longer. You're not quite ready to hop to that new timeline. We're just going to hold you back, kind of like gravity. All right, imagine judgment as gravity. Like each time you judge, you stay stuck on the ground, and each time you release it, and each time you release being affected by it, and each time you heal the trauma relating to judgment, shaming, blaming, guilting, because this is the energy that I feel for you at this time, that somehow it always comes back to that in the dark moments, in the lesson learning. It comes back to that self-doubt, that self-distrust, that guilt, blame, shame is coming through. But also in a, like, forgive yourself. It's time. Pulling from this oracle deck. Okay. Okay. This one really wants to come through. 36. You contain the entire universe encoded within you. Universe. Memento mori. There might not be a someday. I will put these up. Been guided to take one more. I will put the write-ups for these in the community posts when I eventually get to make them. Sick baby. Does sometimes make timing a little hard. Okay, what else? What is this card? What is this card for you? No? There are no wrong turns. The universe, you have got this. Whatever this is. This is beyond your creation. This is beyond your trauma. This is beyond your pain. This is everything. This is you coming out of the egg. It's like you realizing that you are the egg, the cosmic egg, the egg. 555 as I say this, like you are the egg, you are the chicken, you are the everything, the universe. And it is only in the now, in pausing in the now, and in listening to the silence, that you will find it's not so much the answers that you seek, but your next resonant steps, your next resonant yeses, the truth of what your soul sings to you. And then it is simply a matter of taking the baton and running to the point that you can, and putting it out into the world and allowing Source to work its magic. Okay, beautiful divine being. This message was an interesting one. If it resonated with you, please do like or leave a comment. I'd love to hear your story. And I'd love to hear what you guys are creating. I would really, really love to hear about it, because I can feel the energy of it, and it is so special. Okay, have a beautiful, beautiful now. Bye-bye.